Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome to part 41 of the Emerald LP. And as you can notice, I can't move forward because there's a Kecleon blocking the path. So yeah, there's a Kecleon if you want to try to catch one and you missed your chance to get the other two at Fortree. But like I said, other than its color change ability, I don't see Kecleon doing any major roles in the overall story. Or like if you want to have one just to have one, then by all means. But like I said, I'm not catching one. But yeah, Kecleon has the ability to use color change, so it changes into whatever type that it got hit by. So yeah, it's now a fire type because I hit it with a fire type attack. And I had a dumb moment and forgot that that fire type attacks are weaker in the rain, but I go ahead and use a magnitude 6 in order to I use a magnitude 6 because he changed into a fire type, so I figured it'd be super effective. That's the one downside about Kecleon. Since his ability is color change, you can literally strategize for ways to beat it. Use a move that you know that Kecleon will be weak to if you have another move that's good against that type. So yeah, we take out that Kecleon and we move forward. There's a Poke Ranger right there. He's gonna stop you before you get to that item down there. So yeah, Pokemon Ranger. He's gonna have like 3. Oh no, this isn't the one I'm thinking about. But yeah, he has a Seedot. And I'm gonna go ahead and just commentate through the entire episode today. There's gonna be no like speed throughs. I'm literally commentating through the entire thing, and I forget that Overheat is weaker in the rain, but I just go ahead and use it anyway. It seems that it was enough to take out Seedot, so yeah, hooray for that. But yeah, in this episode, I hate to say, but based on the footage that I have now, this episode's we're not really gonna get much done other than just like small progression. And this episode's mostly just full of me fighting trainers. Like this entire episode is comprised of me just fighting a bunch of trainers. So sorry if I'm not as enthusiastic about this particular episode's commentary as the others, because I'm mostly going to be commentating through battles through this one. But yeah, there's a Lombre. Gonna go ahead and use Rock Tomb. Now you're thinking, why don't you just speed through it? I looked at the editing process of this episode, and if I speed through trainer battles in this episode, I'll literally be speeding up through the entire episode. So yeah, no point in that. I decided to just go ahead and do every last trainer battle and just commentate over it. And I can also talk about other things too, like one of the things I wanted to talk about anyway was the upcoming Pokemon X and Y games. I'm getting pretty excited for those actually. Pokemon X and Y, from what I've seen, it's gonna deliver. I hate to say to be this type of person though. Honestly, if this is this could be the last Pokemon series, and then that'd be it. Like, I got nothing against a potential Generation 7, but at this point, like, look at the title. It's called Pokemon X and Y. If they do what Pokemon normally does, with the exception of Generation 5, if they make a third game in the installment, then it's more than likely going to be called Pokemon Z. And usually Z is said for when a series has come to pretty much its conclusion. That's why initially Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be Akira Toriyama's final project is in the Dragon Ball series. Z was supposed to represent the fact that it was at its very end. That's literally what the Z stood for, was because it was the last in the series. But then GT came along, but then again Akira Toriyama really didn't make GT. Anyway, back to Pokemon. Right now there's about, like, once Generation 6 is done, there's gonna be like over 700 Pokemon at this point. And it's like, I'm okay with Pokemon ending after Generation 6. Like I said, I got nothing against what could be a Generation 7, but if Pokemon stopped right now, I would be fine. I mean, I have nothing also against making remakes for future generations, like if they make a new DS, or if they have, like, you know, if technology increases, Pokemon can definitely stay. But I think they should do like what they did with Black 1, White 1, and Black 2 and White 2, and make it in the same generations, just different stories. Like make a Kanto region game with a different main character than Red, or make a Johto League game with a different main character than Gold. You know, they can do that. It's definitely possible. I see no reason why it isn't. So yeah, with that said, I really, like, I'm not really looking forward to a Generation 7. If they don't make one, that's fine. If they do make one, again, that's fine. But honestly, do we need a Generation 7? I guess that's the big question for you all, the viewers. That's for you all's opinion. Do we need a Generation 7? Now, Generation 6, since it's already been announced and everything, there's nothing we can do about it, Generation 6. And honestly, I'm really starting to like the way Generation 6 is looking. That's the only reason I don't have anything against it. Generation 6 is actually looking pretty good. So, yeah, one of the Pokemon I like in Generation 6 the most right now would have to be, I like Chespin, but my starter Pokemon is going to be Fennekin because I like Fennekin more. It reminds me of my favorite Fire-type Pokemon, Vulpix. So, yeah. Oh, and if you look at the puddles and the water down there, you can see on the reflection, you can see the clouds. That's really nice. I like the amount of weather detail that this game is really giving. It's really nice to see. I like important things like that. So yeah, the ripples in the puddle. Yeah, just look at the ripples in the puddle. I can't get to that item. I have to battle this Maniac right here. And yes, I called him Maniac because that's his name. ... Wanna battle? Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, there we go. This is the guy. This is the Maniac that uses 3 Surskits. And it's a shame too, because I really like Surskit. I don't like its evolution though, Masquerain. The reason I say this is because Surskit is such a unique type. It's the only like water bug type Pokemon that exists. The only one. So you would think it would evolve into something that's, you know, really unique. Nope, this thing evolves in a Masquerain, a bug/flying type Pokemon. Like, are you kidding me? A water/bug type Pokemon has so much potential. We don't need another bug/flying type. There's too many of those that exist already. Well, why would we need another bug/flying type? We could have had a freaking bug/water type. There is no bug/water types except for Surskit. So yeah, I really like Surskit, I just don't like its evolution. That kind of ticks me off. I was like, wow, you had a really nice thing going. And the bug it's based off of is pretty cool too. It's like one of those spiders that's able to glide across water. That's a good concept. Oh, anyway, back to Generation 6 talk. I like Chespin and Fennekin. Yeah, I really enjoy those two. Froakie, he's okay. Not really sure what to say about Froakie. He's okay. But Chespin and Fennekin really do look good. Like, these are some really good looking starters, I really have to say. Like, ever since Gen 4, they've been picking their starter game back up. Because Gen 4, they have some very boring starters. I hate to say that for anybody who likes Chimchar or Turtwig or Piplup, but I'm just saying, like, Generation 5, their starters caught my eye more, and Generation 6 definitely is doing a good job of catching my eye with starters. They got a fox, a hedgehog, and a frog. Those are some really nice choices. But yeah, like I said, this Maniac has like 3 Surskits, so yeah. And that's why I'm not really commentating much on this battle, except for that opinion I had on Surskit. Yeah, like Surskit, hate Masquerain. Ugh, they had so much potential thrown away. What I really want them to do for Generation 6 is, like, a lot of people, you can look anywhere right now, you'll find tons of videos that say, like, hope for Gen 6 or things I want in the next Pokemon game. What I really want in the next Pokemon game is for Pokemon that don't have evolutions in previous generations to finally get some. Pokemon like Dunsparce. and Quillfish and Corsola, you know, Dunsparce, Quillfish, Corsola, Sableye, those are Pokemon that really need evolutions that just plain don't have one. And there's no reason for that. Like, these Pokemon are literally, like, just stuck in this terrible, terrible place in the tier spots because they have no evolutions. And their power doesn't increase any. Like, their stats are literally that of a Pokemon in like its second stage of evolution. And they have to stay that way because, you know. Anyway, if you agree with this woman, she'll give you a berry. So she'll give you an Ipapa berry. E-papaya? Whatever. She gives you a berry, an E-papaya berry, and there's a couple of berries back there. So yeah, anyway, before we move on to Route 121, oh never mind, I just move in. Now, I attempt to try to do a 2-on-2 battle with these two, and I get my Pokemon situated, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I get my Pokemon situated, or at least try to get them situated. You know, I switch them in, try to get the Pokemon I want to battle in a 2-on-2 battle. And I try to time this so that I can catch both of the trainer's eyes so I can battle them. But I end up moving in too fast and the Maniac doesn't turn around. So I end up battling the witch chick, or whatever she's called. What do they call her? A Hex? Yeah, a Hex Maniac. So I don't get to battle both of the Maniacs. I just battle one at a time. But this is the first time we're introduced to Duskull, a ghost type Pokemon. I like Duskull and Dusclops, and Dusknoir is okay too. They're definitely not Pokemon I would frequently use though. I don't even know where to find a Dusclops, so I don't know if I were to put it on my team or not. I'm definitely not gonna do it for this Let's Play. I'm just saying for like future Emerald future Emerald playthroughs, because y'all probably will play Emerald again like 10 years from now or something. You know, I never get tired playing the old Pokemon games. I can definitely say Pokemon is the one genre of game I can play over and over and have no problems with. And that's one of the things that Pokemon does have going for it. I mean, with over 700 Pokemon now, playing a Pokemon game definitely doesn't get boring because there's over hundreds of different teams and playthroughs you can do of it. So yeah, with the introduction of like the Wedlock and Nuzlocke challenges, as well as all of the tons of Pokemon that you can use, it's definitely not going to be, no playthrough is going to be boring unless you make it boring. So yeah, with that said, we beat the Hex Maniac and we battled the second Maniac. So yeah, we take on the Bug Maniac. And he brings on Dustox, basically the Pokemon that comes out if you get a Cascoon instead of a Slickoon. And yeah, I don't like Dustox design. I really don't. That's been a thing I've been trying to say for a while. My favorite Moth Pokemon is Venomoth. You know, if anything, Venomoth's one of my favorite Pokemon, just period. I love that thing. It is a really cool, like, it just looks cool to me. I really like Venomoth. Like, out of all the moth Pokemon that exist, Venomoth definitely looks, it's Pokemon-like, but it's still convincing enough. And that's what I really like. I just like Venomoth over Dustox and all the other moths. And yes, that includes Volcarona. I like Venomoth more than Volcarona. I don't care. I know Volcarona's way stronger than Venomoth, especially on the tier list. I just like Venomoth more. So anyway, we're fighting off against Beautifly. What you get if you have a Slickoon and you evolve it into, have a Wurmple evolving into Slickoon, and then you get Beautifly. So he has both Beautifly and Dustox. Pretty reasonable. I can definitely say I do like Beautifly a lot. But then, like I said, Venomoth's still my favorite bug Pokemon. In terms of looks, I will say Beautifly is one of the cutest bug-type Pokemon next to, like, Butterfree. But in terms of which one I would rather have, I would rather have Beautifly, just for that sake. So yeah, I'm about to fight this beauty trainer up here. I think I'm getting my Pokemon healed up right now. Yeah, I'm using paralyzed heals on my Slasher. There she goes. And I'm gonna go ahead and fight her. There's a bunch of berries up there if you want them. And we're gonna be... And during one of the parts that I show you, it's more or less gonna be a filler episode. But berries are gonna be very essential in one episode that I show you all. Because I already have the recorded footage. And a lot of y'all probably know what I mean already. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be really good. I remember this. I flinched Kecleon literally 3 times. 3 times. That's unbelievable. I flinched Kecleon 3 times. Kecleon didn't get to attack at all. That was amazing. I have never in my life ever done that to anyone. I haven't even gotten hit by 3 flinches before myself. I've gotten hit by like 1 or 2, but I've never flinched an opponent's Pokemon 3 times. That was amazing. But anyway, yeah, we got Sir Viper out here. Sir Viper ends up doing a lot more damage than I thought, using that crunch, even though it said it was not very effective. And then the Sir Viper uses Glare, and I don't want to take my chances anymore. I think I'd try to heal Ironsides and try to stay in the battle. But Sir Viper's crunch is still doing a lot of damage. And I don't trust trying to keep Ironsides in there one more time. See, because that Metal Claw freaking misses. And I know the Screech combined with the crunch is going to take Ironsides out. So I go ahead and just switch Ironsides out for Pellet Kill. And Sir Viper's another Pokemon I think could use an evolution. I mean, yeah, Sir Viper's strong on its own. But think about what an evolved Sir Viper would be. Exactly. Like if they can give Mewtwo, old ass Mewtwo, another freaking form, then they can give Sir Viper an evolution. They can give Quillfish an evolution. They can give Corsola an evolution. They need to stop holding out on these Pokemon that desperately... They can give Dunsparce one, for Christ's sakes. They need to stop holding out on these Pokemon that desperately need evolutions and stop paying attention to Pokemon that don't need anything. I know a lot of Mewtwo lovers are going to hate me for saying that, but that's how I feel. Okay, we're to move out to Mount Prairie. So that's where the Team Aqua members are headed, to Mount Prairie. We cut over here and we see a area. What's this building? Let's go check it out. So it appears that this building right here, as we talked to this lady, she lets you know it's the Safari Zone. So with that said, we are at the Safari Zone, but we're not going to go inside of it. In fact, we're going to end the episode right around here. Next time, we will do some other things. We'll keep battling trainers and move forward. So have a good day. Tyrone the God 3 out.